So I'm reviewing David Fletcher's groundbreaking work, Untouched, How the Civil Rights Movement Bypassed the Roadie Werewolves. And I'm just wondering how receptive my friend Matt Walsh is going to be to our benefit tonight for the RWRI. Werewolves have a tough time in life. They face many prejudices. They don't get much education. It's hard for them to get work. I just hope to raise awareness and understanding of them. Well, on to my lunch at Broad Street Burger with Matt to see how it all works out.
Man, I'm glad you were able to come down, Steve, and do the gig, man. I'm excited about it, man.
Well, it's great, because I was on a tour anyway, and I was really happy to see that you're embracing the RWRI cause.
What are you talking about?
The Roadie Werewolf Rights Initiative. And our benefit.
Man, you never say anything about that, Steve. I really don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, Matt, you've had a lot of trouble with your werewolf roadies, and we've talked a lot about it, and we've organized this whole benefit to raise awareness for the Roadie Werewolf Rights Initiative.
Steve, I can't participate in something like that. Over a roadie werewolf? I mean, over those fleabag, dirtbag werewolves, you want to have a... Nah, man, I don't think I can do that. I've had too many bad experiences.
Well, Matt, we've talked at length about the problems that you've had with your werewolf roadies. And we have talked at length about how a lot of this is because of those attitudes, the idea that they are flea bags or lice hotels, the kind of non-enlightened view that people here like Buddy Hardwood, for instance, would embrace. We want to change that. We want you to understand that the Roadie Werewolves want to do right. Remember, they have rights.
Remember, they have rights.
Bullshit.
Well, Matt, what we're trying to do is use tonight's gig to kind of raise awareness about the werewolf roadies. And really, my personal goal here is I really want you to kind of get on the right track. I don't want you to end up like your pal Buddy.
I don't know, Steve. I mean, you raise a good point. I don't want to end up like Buddy Hardwood by any means. That guy's a freaking maniac, man.
That could be your future, Matt. Embrace the werewolves. I had great success with mine. We've talked about mine. I used mine in the 80s, in the late 80s, throughout the early 90s. And I had virtually none of the problems that you did.
Really?
Really, because I tried to treat them like they would want to be treated.
You mean they didn't break bottles in your van while you were driving down the road, or
never had any problems like this. The worst thing was that they need to make a lot of restroom stops, and that's not such a big deal.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm kind of at the end of my rope with these Roadie Werewolves, and I'm willing to give it a shot, man. I can't say that I'm too optimistic about it, but I'm willing to try it.
Well, it's really important to take that first step. It's like any kind of a dispute, any kind of a labor dispute. Once you realize that they want to do the right thing, and once they realize you want to do the right thing, it will all work out. And that's part of why we're getting together and having this big gig tonight over at the Charcoal Grill.
Man, are you sure that we can maybe just hold off on that, and you can just use your gig at Broad Street Burger where we're at now, maybe do that on Saturday when you play there, and you can give the whole... I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm in 100% on this, dude.
Matt, werewolf compliance begins with werewolf understanding.
Werewolf compliance starts with werewolf understanding. I'm willing to give it a shot, Steve.
I think it's good that you are.
All right. And this isn't going to cost me anything, right?
It will not cost you a cent.
All right. And you guarantee that I'm going to see a turnaround with my werewolves.
Nothing is ever foolproof, Matt, but yes, this is the beginning of a new relationship between you and the Werewolf Roadies.
All right, let's do it.
Remember, they have rights.